Hello, welcome to another bookish video from me, Johanna, me, my dog and books. Well, this is my midweek video, and you know, I was having a think and I was like, what do you want to hear me chat to you about? What would you be interested in? And I had a couple of, I have a couple of ideas up my sleeve, but to be brutally honest, after a busy week, phone died, didn't it? My phone died. Really should look into having slightly better tech, but you know, I have to work with what I've got. So what I was saying is, work's been really busy and I was looking after my mum at the weekend, which you'll see this weekend reading vlog, which was all lovely, but I was really busy and stuff, so I actually never got time to properly do some research for some of my book rec videos for you and then pull it all together. So do you know what I thought? I would sit with a wee cup of tea, you get yours, I'm having a rooibos chai. I was trying to remember how to say that. You grab your favourite tipple and settle down while I just have a bookish ramble chat with you. I've written down, I have actually done some sort of preparation. I'm not just totally hoofing it, but I thought it's a midweek ramble chat and I'll give you a bit of an update about, oh, can we hear someone's moving? Here she comes. Patty! You're so sleepy. Do you want to say hello to Patty? Hold on, I'll pick her up. What have you got on? We're going for a walk after I've done this. Oh, wait. Right, what does it say? Wickedly cute. Look at your belly. Your belly's been exposed. Oh, there we go. If we show them your, look, lift your chin up. So wickedly cute, aren't you? You and Lucy have just been sleeping next to me in your daddy's office while we've been working today, haven't we? It's lunchtime, so I'll give you a wee walk in a minute. She's so warm. It's quite cold. I don't like heating up the entire house when it's just me in. We've got a wee radiator in the OH's office and a blanket over my lap. I'd love to have the heating on all the time, but you know, fuel prices, cost of living, no such luck. With having one of the things when my mum's over, because of her age, she feels the cold quite a lot, so the heating was on constantly over the weekend. So needs must. Anywho's, what was I saying? Yes, a general ramble chat, things I'm looking forward to this month and towards the end of the month. Some seasonal stuff I want to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about my channel plans and get some feedback from you. Also, if you're a seasonal person like me, and if so, I'd like some feedback in the comments. Future book hauls, my thoughts on that. I sometimes intermittently talk about movies and TV shows. I've got a wee question about that, as well as other booktubers and video ideas and things. So it's a bit of a mishmash. You can also let me know if having a ramble chat with you is of any interest whatsoever during your week. I tell you what, cozy herbal tea in the colder months is the best. Honestly, this is like, I kind of feel like I need to put this on my legs to heat my legs up. I'll be warmed up later because I need to take the doggos out for their lunchtime walk. And the delightful thing today is I'm working from home today, in the office Wednesday, Thursday, and then working from home on Friday. But this week, I don't know if it's the same in England, but in Scotland it's the October half term, so a lot of colleagues are off this week, which means today I have a meeting free day, so I can get on with doing my massive to-do that basically over the last few weeks I've barely kept my head above water. But that's another chat for another day. So my first one was, what am I currently reading? I'd like you to tell me what you're reading in the comments. But I started this in one of my weekend reading vlogs, and it's Delicate Condition by Danielle Valentine. So this is a book. It's described as, where was it? The feminist update to Rosemary's Baby we all needed. And that is very accurate. We follow Anna. I have to check their names. I always forget when I'm talking about books, the main characters' names, especially because in this one, Anna, just read a book where it was Annie. Vera, how could I forget that one? Anywho's, Anna is an actor. She's nominated for an Oscar, so she's got that part of her life going on, but she's desperate to have a child. She's going through IVF. It's a very challenging time for her. So I would absolutely say if you find IVF, fertility, pregnancy, birth, stories and content triggering or a challenge to read, don't go into this book. It is very dark. So we follow where she has success in her IVF and then not so, and then starts to wonder, like, she thought she had miscarried, but then started to feel feelings. So then she's starting to doubt herself, and she's getting these, she knows she's got a stalker who's leaving her messages that's trying to maybe stop her from having the baby. So much going on. It's pretty dark and graphic at some points. I'm utterly adoring this. I think this is amazing. It's a really good story. It's gripped me, and the only reason I'm not going as fast is because I'm reading multiple books, but also I'm buddy reading this with some friends on Instagram. So I'm taking my time with it. I've maybe only got about 50 pages left, I think. And I think I immediately want to read. I immediately want to watch the latest series of American Horror Story, which this book is the basis of. So dark, but absolutely fascinating. Also adore this cover. And then the other one is another kind of horror, which is called Just Like Home. Trying to think it so you don't get the shine from this. This is from the library, from Sarah Gailey. So in this you meet Vera, who goes back to her childhood home, and her mother, who we realise pretty quickly she doesn't have a good relationship with at all, but her mother is on her deathbed. She's come back to the family home. The family home, you quickly realise, is a home from which her father, her father is a notorious serial killer. I'm not sure if he's still alive yet in this book. I may have been told this and just forgotten. And I suspect the family home is where some of this horror occurred. So she's come back for now. And this picture is stunning. So that's as far as I've got. I'm about 100 pages in, and I am finding this really interesting. I'm also reading At Home with the Horrors on my ebook, which I have been reading for a couple of weeks, but it's a collection of horror short stories on my Kindle, which I like dipping in and out of. And just because of the way things have been, my reading pace is taking a bit of a slump. I'm doing more on audio at the moment. I'm listening to Clown in Cornfield 3, Church of Frendo. I only just started that yesterday, so I'm enjoying being in that universe again. But in the House of Horrors, I think some of these short stories are amazing. Numerous 4-star reads so far. So hopefully I'll finish it this week and keep you posted. But I suspect I don't have any books that I need to read for book tours or any other kind of buddy reads, apart from I'm going to start reading The Exorcist with my friend next week. But those, I think, are the main ones. I've got one book I'm waiting to come through in the post by Tiffany McDaniel, who wrote two of my favourite books, which is on this. Oh, here we go. There's Lucy Lou. Lucy! She's just walked right past me. Not interested. Not interested in the chat. Just over to annoy Patty. What was I saying? Yeah, when that comes, I'll let you know. Favourite books. Favourite two books, On the Savage Side and Betty, which are contemporary, historical, adult fiction. And her latest book is delving into middle grade sort of spooky fantasy, I think. But I absolutely adore the author, so I will literally try any book she writes. So I'm going to try that. That's the only other one that's a definite. I just have so many spooky horror books I want to read that I know these books that I have on my radar that I just want to all read right now because it's spooky season and it feels like the best time will be on my TBR and part of my reading journey for at least the next 6 months, because I'll read spooky books all year round. I do, if this is the first time you're watching in my videos, I'm a very eclectic reader, so I read middle grade, thrillers, horror, contemporary fiction, literary fiction. What other genres? Any books with good diversity rep. I'm not a big fantasy reader. I dabble a little bit. More kind of accessible fantasy, dystopian, speculative, and I'm not a big romance reader, but I do love a cosy mystery. And normally there's a wee bit of romance, but as long as it's not too spicy. So for any newbies, that's my eclectic. But mystery, thriller, horror, contemporary, weird books are my go-to. And I was thinking about what am I looking forward to this month and next and towards the last 3 months. I mean, we're kind of less than the last 3 months of the year. So I adore Halloween. It's my favourite holiday. I adore spooky season. I love autumn. Autumn, winter as seasons are my favourite seasons, which I think I'm like not common amongst the rest of the population who, and my other half, who prefer the heat and are not a fan of cold, dark nights. And I kind of get that for why some people would struggle with cold, shorter days and all that. I just, because I am like an absolute introvert, I like my own company. I'm quite a lonely, like not lonely, I'm not an extrovert, don't go out doing things all the time. The OH kind of forces me, because otherwise I'd be an absolute recluse. It forces me in the kindest way possible. So autumn, winter is my absolute season. I love scarves, I love layers, I love warm tea. I love being able to see in the winter and the autumn, right, if you're cold, there's always blankets, there's always extra clothes, hats. In the summer, if it gets too hot, I'm limited on what I can do other than climb into the fridge freezer, which isn't really a possibility. I really struggle in the heat. Part of that I think might be because I'm born and raised in Scotland and hot climate is not what I'm used to. Another part of me has I just don't think I was meant for that season. I do like spring as well, so spring's my next favourite after autumn, winter. But because of that, there'll be things where I'm thinking about on my channel. I'll often talk to you about seasonal reads and seasonal reading recommendations. I don't know if any of you are seasonal readers. Let me know in the comments with an emoji of your favourite seasons. And I think that's what I'll start to do is when we get into November, it's any kind of autumnal reads and then reads for kind of cozy nights. If you'd like cozy mystery recommendations, let me know. I can just hear Lucy tapping around. I think they know it's soon to be their lunchtime, which means walk then their lunch. So yeah, oh, she'll be upstairs. I don't know what to do. Don't know what she's up to. So October, obviously Halloween, spooky season, and just general autumn vibes. November is my birthday month. I'm not like, I celebrate people's birthdays more than I celebrate sort of gift buying things at Christmas. I'll get onto that in a minute, but for my birthday month, like the older I've got, the more that I just like to have a quiet time or just see a few close friends in real life and not really have concrete plans or do much. In saying that, I might be seeing a couple of friends just before my birthday, sorry, and then I'll be home with the doggos on my actual birthday day. But the last few years, weirdly, and I have no issue with getting older, like other than like trying to stay healthy and being able to have an okay quality of life, I actually find it like, as with other big celebratory events, unlike Halloween, because not everybody celebrates Halloween in the way that I love Halloween so much, like the pressure, like with New Year, I detest New Year's, Hogmanay as we call it, New Year's Eve. I just throw that pressure of like having all these resolutions, having to be so excited, having to be awake past 10 p.m. So for my birthday the last few years, I've kind of went a bit melancholy. Like last year I was really like sad, not because I was getting older, and it was more like I couldn't put my finger on it. I was very anxious. I do have anxiety, generalised anxiety disorders. What I have, lucky me, just generally anxiety. So on that basis, I like to just like not have many expectations. I don't have many plans. I've never had a big birthday. Like when it's not a big birthday, but whenever I've had, you know, like big birthdays, you know, I've never had a party. I think there was one time for my 40th, my other half planned a wee getaway in a cottage, and it was a total surprise. Well, it wasn't. I knew I was going away in a cottage, but the fact that like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 or 10 friends turned up as a surprise was lovely. But I don't like surprises, and that's a whole other experience for me. And it was very thoughtful, but ever since then I was like, please don't ever do that again. Just no expectation. So anyway, it will be my birthday month, and so I'll keep you posted on the cosy things I do, mostly with the pups and the OH. And then we'll be getting into December, which will be the fast and furious festive frenzy that it is. Over the last few years, we've really cut back on the presents that we buy people, like just saying, don't buy us in, we're not buying you in the nicest way possible. Just think it's very consumerist. If you have all the money in the world and you wish to spend money, or you have money that will not make you in debt in any way to do that, then that's great, and you do you. This is not me saying what other people should do. We just tend to like, oh, Lucy wants out. Had to let Lucy out there because the paw was up at the patio door, and you have a finite amount of time between the paw tap and the barky bark. So yeah, so at Christmas we will get some vouchers for our nephews and our godkids, and not religious, but my friends who had the kids were. And apparently that's okay if I can be non-religious and a godparent. But also no judgment if you are, because I'm inclusive of all faiths that make people happy and bring them joy in life. Anyway, that was a tangent that I'm not going down. I'm just not religious myself. So like the celebration of Christmas is very much more a pagan winter sort of festival time of year. It's not for me a religious one, but I do appreciate there are many in my life, people in my life, and that I'm friends with that do, and that's all wonderful. And I think it's just about I just feel there's so much pressure to have the perfect Hollywood Marks and Spencer's type Christmas, the perfect dinner, the perfect family. I mean, I don't mean funny, but who's got the kind of family nowadays that you'd happily spend the entire Christmas holidays with? Or is it just me? It just comes with so much expectation and pressure that's unnecessary. So over the last few years, we just have a quiet time. We don't even get big gifts for each other. We do like a £20-30 limit. Me and my friend, who I still get gifts for, we do a £10 charity shop limit. And I get for the kids and everybody else and my mum, because despite I keep telling my mum not to get me anything, but she does. So I normally try and give her like vouchers for meals out and stuff, like my dog walker, and that's about it. That's all that's happening. I don't send cards. I've not sent cards, Christmas cards that is. I've not sent Christmas cards for about 8 years easily. apart from I get one from Mum, she likes a Christmas card. Always do birthday cards and do birthdays for some friends, and that's wonderful. But Christmas, it's all about the build up for me. I know on Christmas Eve is my favourite day, and then pretty much by Boxing Day I'm over it. I'm like, okay, next. Looking to the future, new horizons, not planning on resolutions. But this Christmas will be a quiet one, so we'll do what we did last year, which is we'll go over and see my wee sister and my nephews where my mum lives, and with them pick up Mum, bring Mum over, and it'll be me, the OH, and my mum for Christmas Day dinner and Boxing Day, and we'll just like eat and watch movies. That's what we'll do. Do you celebrate Christmas? Let me know. Do you celebrate other festivals this year, like Diwali or any other festivals, or do you not celebrate at all? Is it just another day to you? Let me know in the comments, because I'm genuinely interested. I love like getting all cozy. I love like, so like in the winter time, I love like, I'm a snowboarder, so I like winter sports, but I like watching like winter movies or winter mysteries and that kind of thing. So that's what I'll like. So at Christmas I'll watch actually for Christmas I'll read cozy mysteries. I love a good Agatha Christie, Christmas thrillers or Christmas horror. So if you would like any of those recommendations, I'm absolutely giving them to you. If you're looking for Christmas romance recs, I'm not your gal, but there are plenty on here that will be able to give you that. And that's not because I don't like them. Oh, can you hear them two kicking off? You grumble bums, I'll take your walk in a minute. Take your walk in a minute. We're having a chat. Me and our YouTube friends are having a chat. Lucy! She's not listening to me. They never listen to me. Lucy is deaf now, so... Well, so she keeps implying. It's unconfirmed. I think it is pretty much confirmed. If she cannot hear you open something in the kitchen, she's deaf. So, yeah, let me know about your seasonal, festive, non-festive plans. And obviously you'll hear more about mine as the weeks go on. Also, I do decorate, as you can imagine. Before I go on to my channel plans, I wanted to know, actually, well, I've asked you to put it in the comments, but are you a seasonal person? Do you not even take any notice really, apart from like, what's your favourite season? Does what you watch and read have to be seasonal in any way, or do you just read anything at any time? Genuinely interested, because I wouldn't have necessarily called myself a seasonal reader, but I think over the last few years I have like, yep, that's me. Like if there was any summer like thrillers, I'm not going to be reading them until at least spring, summer next year. Just because it feels weird. But I can imagine like if you did not enjoy autumn, winter and you wanted pure escapism into a sunny world, that you would do that. Like that would make absolute sense. Maybe I should read autumn, winter books in the summer. Another random question I had down was videos about book hauls and book hauls in generally. I think I've done one not that long ago, but it's normally a mix of like new books, secondhand books, library books. And I wanted to know what your thoughts. I mean, I intermittently do quite like watching book haul videos, but I am trying to be much more mindful in what I buy and consume. A, because I can't afford it. B, because the world doesn't need any more stuff in it. I also don't want to kind of add to that just incessant sort of thoughts of like I love owning books though. So for me, it's not just like it's a hobby, but all those books don't need to be brand new. I like to support indie bookstores, but I can't always afford to buy a brand new book all the time, brand new books all the time from indie bookstores. So I'm kind of like, when I do hauls, I like to do a mix of secondhand and library hauls. I bloomin' love my library. I use it all the time. I use a mix of different libraries. So I use the library, Glasgow Libraries, which is our nearest biggest city, and then my local authority library, which is out with Glasgow. And as well as, so that gives me a massive amount of books to tap into, both on ebooks, physical books, audiobooks, and they also like do magazines and stuff. I wonder if they've got a cross-stitch magazine. Sorry, random thought, but that's a good shout, because I saw that Lauren in the Books, when I was watching her cozy reading night thing the other night, one of my fave booktubers, and she was doing she gets like a cross-stitch magazine, and I've not even caught up with my actual cross-stitch that I get from the subscription box I've got. So, you know, I'm not buying a cross-stitch magazine, because I'll just not get to it till at least 2025. Anywho's, yeah, so my question to you is with regards to book hauls. Do you love them? It's okay if you do, because I do like watching them. B, would you prefer to see ones that are new books? So even if that means I'm getting them... Lissy, leave it alone. Leave it alone. The car crates are out because the witch is away out playing golf today. And she's dead. Oh, I'm going to have to let her. She's desperate just for some reason to sit in a crate inside the house. Is that what you're wanting? She's so demanding. One of the most demanding dogs I've ever met. It's her way of the highway. Look, she's going in for no reason, having a good sniff about, and then she'll have a lie down. Anywho's, so, I mean, I'll do videos about like books that are coming out that I'm excited for, but do you care if they're brand new books? Because most people can request stuff from the library. Oh, I'm getting a work notification. I'm on my lunch. Would you prefer more book hauls that are more affordable? So like books that are secondhand, or ebooks, or audiobook recs. I do blooming love my library, so I like spreading the library love as often as I can. So that's something. But yeah, give me your thoughts and feedback, because, well, A, I can't afford to be a booktuber who does epic brand new book hauls all the time. So that might be an issue. But actually, you know, would it be more helpful if I share about books that I've got a hold of that I know you can get either at your library or secondhand? Thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I feel like, even though I'm just talking to my phone right now, I feel like you're all there, and I know you'll come back to me in the comments, and I just feel like this is a good chitter-chattery time. Says me. Without knowing what your response is. Other question I had written down. No, there's two more. Oh yeah, two more, which is kind of related. So one of them was like, in my video, so I've got my weekend reading vlog, which I'll keep doing if you enjoy watching them, which I think you do, but you can let me know if not. What would you like me to share more about on this channel that's maybe out with books, or is that already kind of covered in my weekend reading vlog? For example, I often in my weekend reading vlog will talk to you about movies or TV shows. I mean, I don't do much else other than a bit of crafting, baking and watching telly movies. So if there's anything else, like, I often share with you the movies or TV shows I'm watching and what I thought of them, and if I recommend them. Is that something you'd still be interested in? Just generally throughout my videos, I'm not like a movie critic or a TV critic, so not taking that on, but I can obviously tell you what I like or what I didn't like, especially in relating to like book to TV or movie adaptations, or ones that are completely different and is the other hobby that I like doing. So let me know. And then the other question I had was about my YouTube channel. So I've been having thoughts about things, and this off the back is one of the videos I did a wee while ago about, well, that's me, like I started this channel in January somehow. I mean, this is just a hobby. It will always be a hobby. It's not a full-time job. I have a full-time job, thank you very much. I also have a full-time adulting life outside my job, but I like doing this, and I like creating content and chatting with you guys and having a community and chatting about books and sharing my love of books. So it'll always be a hobby. You know, I have no grand plans of becoming a massive booktuber that can just, no, that A, would never happen, but B, I have no desire for that to happen. So my other question was about my channel and what type of content, but also other things I was randomly thinking about. So I often talk about like seasonal stuff, like autumn books or winter books or those kind of things. So let me know if that's still of interest. Christmas is coming around the corner, so would you be interested in me doing Christmassy videos, or do you not celebrate Christmas and you're like, just like, give Christmas a break? Everybody on YouTube is just doing Christmas stuff. She's now decided to move on to the beanbag. Can you hear it? She's Little Miss Restless. What was I saying? Yeah, or do you want me to do a mix of Christmas and winter stuff, so it's not like the month of December is just Christmas? Because guess what, folks, not everybody celebrates Christmas, and I celebrate Christmas in a total paganistic, just like the time of year and having something to celebrate in the dark winter nights, just like, Rabbie Burns night. I'm always here for a celebration, mostly at home, in my own comfies, like not with other people. So let me know, because I don't want to like fill your feed with Christmas joy and Christmas. And also Christmas is a challenging time for a lot of people. It's not always a joyous time. And it's not always been a joyous time for me over the years when I've been growing up and stuff. So, let's just call it winter festival fun. It might be about Christmas, but appalls. And also, like, I haven't actually figured out how the heck I would do this, because I only record on my phone. I don't have a camera or anything. I haven't figured out how you go live on YouTube. But in the winter months, when we're all kind of a bit stuck at home and it's a bit darker and not everybody is comfortable in their own, company all the time, and that's where I would often, like, I am, but I like having YouTube on and talking with friends or watching people that I call friends and they have no idea they're my friends, and then that's my company. So if there's any, so I was thinking about maybe doing some cozy crafting, cozy reading night lives, or I don't know, like, I can't think. I did ponder a reading club, but to be honest, I'm already in a reading group and I do a monthly reading book club with Lauren and the books. If I was to do it, probably like once every 2 months or something, and I don't know if that's something people would be interested in or not. That's maybe a thought for 2025, which is not that far away, so let me know. But I suppose it's, would you be interested in live? What the heck would I talk about? It's what I'm reading. Reading sprints? Would you be interested in reading sprints? And if I was doing a live, maybe it is like me decorating for... Oh, you don't want to see that. It's an absolute carnage. Me decorating for Christmas. Me doing some crafting, me wrapping my presents. Some of the stuff that I've watched, I'm saying that I've watched other booktubers do and really enjoyed watching them do. Would that be of interest? Would a blooming live be of any interest? Probably just be me and the dogs, but I'd give it a bash after I figure out how to do it. And then I thought that was my last question, then I remembered I have one more question, and which is, what other booktubers do you like? This is not a question for me, this is a question for you. All these questions I've made up on my own, out of my own head, which is, what booktubers, if you've watched any of my videos before and you know kind of what I kind of like a little bit, is there any booktubers you would recommend I check out? Anyone that you quite enjoy that you think might have similar taste to me? Or if this is the first time you're watching this video, just any of the booktubers you generally have enjoyed watching to date. Put them in the comments, because I'd love some extra recs, because pretty much apart from watching movies and a few TV shows, which isn't many, booktube is my main source of entertainment. So I'll happily watch many a booktuber. So put them on my radar and let me know in the comments. And I think that was my midweek ramble chat. I've said midweek ramble chat like it's something that I do on a regular basis, and actually this is the first time I've done it, because I was like, I haven't really prepared something for my Wednesday video. And here I am with a ramble chat, which hopefully you found of interest. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments. Would you like me to do a ramble chat once a month? I don't know. I mean, it depends if I've got something to ramble on about. But I've surprisingly nearly finished my cup of tea. I'm halfway through my lunchtime, so I better wrap this up for now and take the doggos out for a walk and get our lunch sorted. Then get back to the office from home. Get back to work from home. So thank you as always for watching. Please do chat to me in the comments, and if you like this, give it a like button. And if this is your first time watching, thank you for watching. And if you would like to see more, please do subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you soon.